Fun like a day, my name is Mighty Wereball and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. We are in slap bang in the middle of the trial as to who killed Nagito Komeda, or who Nagito tricked into killing, is what I'm going to guess. It seems like it's going to be Akane, which would be a damn shame, but I honestly can't see her being the traitor, but weird things have happened, I guess. So we're going to carry on and see if we can get to the end of the trial. What's Manomi saying? I'm Manomi. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm going to fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm going to show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it. Thanks, Manomi. So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file. Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think. Other possibilities, huh? If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but that was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think? If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds. Are we finished already? I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something. Overlooked, huh? Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. There might be some clear thing that might clear some things up. Exactly. We should cooperate at a time like this. A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. At any point you can bring up the poison you found in his room that was half empty. Well, there you go, Monokuma special poison. And let us consider a different fatal wound. It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right? I'm going to assume it's the poison here. With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death. There's no way he burned to death. What was the cause of something that kind of... Sonya, once again. Just the best. Me and Sonya are the dream team right now. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method. Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden? I remember when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison. Poison? Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all. If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound in Nagito's body. However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned. I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine. What does that mean? But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right? Did he wound his body just to camouflage them? That's also a possibility. But still, both of Nagito's hands were full, so how would he drink the poison? His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it. If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance. No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant. Then it's impossible. Both of his hands were full just before he died. And this is when the hot tail appears. You're totally overvaluing that tail. His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips? If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet. Are there any left? Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear. Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe. The poison's warning label said... What did it say? This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. The way the poison enters Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label. Oh, wasn't there? Logic dive. Oh, back to surfing again. Let's speed up in 3, 2, 1, go! Done, I guess. Only 2 questions that time. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, I'll press the X button. Press the X button, that would usually help. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it? Inhaled? It's written on the poison's warning label. This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal. Poison gas? Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose. He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse. But if the poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us? The reason we didn't breathe in the poisonous gas, I should be able to explain that mystery too. The sprinklers, because it only activates when it got wet, right? It's the hydrolysis. Sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas. Did I come to the right conclusion with the wrong? The poison gas disappeared because the sprinklers. It wasn't the fire. Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label. In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications. Of course, hydrolysis. The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers. Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing. But Nagito was lying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh? If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore. Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death, was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth. So what? Huh? We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already. Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like suicide. Well, with this we have a clearer picture. We also determined the true cause of death. Alright, all the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right? Well, but... What? There's still more? I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay? Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know? Nagito's motive. Nagito's malice. Is it really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, that can't be. There might have been an accomplice. Huh? Jackie, what did you just say? If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling the poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene? Anything that looked like poison? If Nagito brought poison in the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there. If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is... Jackie is talking about something that would be necessary for carrying the poison around, right? The container? So it wasn't a canny. I thought it would have been her kicking down the door. Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in? Yeah, if Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find the container anywhere, right? can't carry around poison without putting it in a container. Yeah, that was written on the warning label. Keep this liquid secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container away from sunlight. The container probably melted in the fire. It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it would completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put the fire didn't completely burn up, you know. Then does that mean someone got rid of the container? What? Was the poison in one of the grenades? So that's why you mentioned it. So that's why you mentioned an accomplice. That is impossible. But wait, if it was in the... If you put it in one of the grenades, then... Who did it? Was it in all the grenades? Are we all accomplices? Oh, you mean an accomplice? It's just to... Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide. You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene. Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it. Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists. Kazuichi, you are incredibly keen to get this over and done with. It's making you look really suspicious right now. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I just want to rule this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt. But that's no good. Huh? I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, so that's the extent of your hopes. So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh? The power of friendship bursts beyond death, eh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga. Still, it's pretty messed up. Shut up! You just be quiet. I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all. I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right? Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene. But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth. It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments. What is this feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. Maybe what Akane just said now might be a new clue. What she said just now about us not noticing the container because it was hiding. If that's true, I might be able to reach the answer using that. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... Yeah, the fire grenades. Oh god, not this again. Fire grenade! So it was in the fire grenade. Was it in one? Was it in more than one? Was it in all of them? Like, I see. I got it. Huh? The fire grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse. What? He used one of the fire grenade canisters? Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. So, he's relied... I'm going to guess he's relied on his luck. He's put it in one of them, and the one person he wanted to catch out was the one person that grabbed the one that had the poison in it and threw it. Question is, who was it? Who was the one that he was trying to catch out? Who was the traitor? Guess we'll find out soon enough. Instead it was a container. Yeah, we've said that. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse. It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later. That bastard. He totally knew we were going to throw those fire grenades. Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade? Yeah, that has to be it. When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely shielded by a layer of aluminium underneath the lid. You just have to peel that off and... You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right? That is true, but There was no sign he was even at the break room. Hold on, did you just say aluminium? Hajime, could it be? If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of those fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade. Huh? Sonia's words are the key. Something I found in Nagito's room is proof that the contents of the grenade were swapped. The little aluminium foil thing. That thing. Boom. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage. Huh? That's just a piece of trash. No, that's not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It's the same aluminium.
You found the aluminium sealant on Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed too. Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade? It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right? So in the end he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all. See, I told you. The conclusion's still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story. I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding. You were right. In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying. What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now? What the hell? You still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There's no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide. No, it's not. Jackie? I'm sorry, but I just realised it. Realised what? We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when it was deployed in the when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realised it. The horrifying truth? It probably happened at the same time. The moment the fire grenades were brought, the moment Nagito breathed in the poison, were the same? Could the same moment be when we all threw the grenades? Who is it? Who is the unlucky fool that's threw the poison one? Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades? Yeah, I think so. Who was it? When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito. If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was one of us.
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito.
Hold on a sec, the Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? But you said so yourself. You said Nagito committed suicide.
Then who killed Nagito? You mean, who's the actual killer, right? Do you know? Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito? Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was Nagito, right? It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago. Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade? That was Nagito again. Uh-huh. So, who's this? That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you going to ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire? The reason Nagito set the warehouse on fire? To make someone throw the poison. So who is it? Don't tell me he set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades. He set the fire just so he'd put it out? Why'd he do that? It was a trap. A trap? Preparing the poison, creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all set up by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh?
Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap? This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
Whoa. What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him. To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was lying face up in the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then... Hold on, if that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one. Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear. That's right, Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison. Are you fucking serious? That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body, it was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses. He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this attack. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
Is it my fault? Because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer. That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonya's fault. This is all Nagito's doing. But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse. However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma doesn't know, this trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I knew you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonya, and one of those visits seemed to take a while. But please stop, or you will never become queen.
How can you... I'm so jealous... I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is. Guess, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that? Is giving up all we can do? No, it's too early to give up. Is there any way to figure out who the killer is? Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please. That's right, it doesn't mean the trial is over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Nagito, it should be clear what kind of trap he set. Then I have to do it, even if it leads to despair. I got it. Let's do this then. Closing argument time, okay. Ooh, stock one, here we go. Okay, we got a lighter, plushie ready, remove the lid. Oops, I let go of the cord. Okay, so that's him, he grabs that. So is this one here him? No, he doesn't open the lid yet. This is one of him opening the lid. Yep, okay. Into there, he puts the poison back. He's chatting with folk, he's setting up the bullshit. Tying himself up. He puts that thing up, takes his hand. No, he has to set the lighter out first, doesn't he? So the lighter goes... No, wait, that's not the lighter. That's the lighter. Lighter? Yep. Ties himself up, lying down, smiling, grabs a knife, stabs him in his leg a couple of times, puts that, so it goes there, and that one there is the, oops, I let go of the cord, so that should be right at the very end. Right? There. Cool. Stock 2. Breaks, grenades, video message, spear. So this is the thing breaking. That's fine. We scroll along. That one is the that's him stabbing in the hand. So that one. What's that one then? I'll leave that one just now. That one there is there. Yep. The video message. Music, fire grenades. So that's the fire grenades there. And that's the... Oh, no, I don't think it's that one. That's the refrigerator. His whole body wasn't tied up. In order to hurt himself. The reason we went to the warehouse. Right, okay, so there's another stock. Okay, that's fine. Was there any more this way? I don't think there was. No, there wasn't. So we got tying up the burnt rope, the poison, and the duct tape over his mouth. So duct tape will be here. That's fine. Tying himself up will be here. And last of all, what was in his fridge? It was some protein powder. Easy. Done, done, and done. The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon. Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base, Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminium seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poison fire grenade, took it with him to the factory. And put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room. The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he'd hit a bomb somewhere. While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan into motion. First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with a rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand. In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free while his remaining arms and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he laid down face up just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan, and then he did something nobody could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream, he stabbed himself with a knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up, he also wanted to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over. In fact, it was just about to begin. Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan. We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell, one after another, until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire extinguishing grenades. Then we aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poison grenade that Nagito had prepared. The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison had a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the air area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness, which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. Have I gotten hydrolysis the wrong way around? Did it clear up the poison rather than activate it? That was close enough either way. At this time, we still didn't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity this should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
How about it, Chiaki? Will I help you figure out who the killer is?
Chiaki? Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
Are you saying we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
It's going to be fine. I'm pretty sure everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way hope can lose. Absolute hope can break through any despair, can never lose in a place like this. And not only that, I believe in you all. I believe in the time we spent together.
That feeling of belief is the heart of this trick. He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito has put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that? There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believes in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is. His luck. So, he wanted the traitor to kill him. So who's the traitor? Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student. I mean, the only suspicious one I can think of right now is Chiaki, and that's only because of her diary, the diary that was found. Why that diary was there, I don't know.
After all the time we've spent together, I believe in you guys. And more than anything, I believe in my ultimate luck. So, it's definitely going to be alright. I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing. But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost seemed like he had blind faith in it. You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It wasn't life-threatening at all. It was just a little escape game that ended with some Russian roulette.
Russian roulette? It's a game where you load one bullet in a gun, spin the cylinder, point it toward you, and pull the trigger. So, you really did it.
Ah, so that's how you're supposed to play it. So it would have been fine if I'd only used one bullet. Huh? I guess it was just as Minomi said. Huh? I misunderstood and thought I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, so that's how I did it.
You only had a 1 in 6 chance of surviving.
But I'm still alive. After all, the only good thing about me is how lucky I am.
And he did the same thing when the first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck and was able to get cleaning duty just as he wanted.
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know. Huh? I'm left with a red mark?
For someone called Lucky Ultimate Student, the ultimate lucky student even, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right? I just thought it was strange that it doesn't connect to anything.
Huh?
He factored in his belief in us, but for some reason he didn't factor us in his lone luck. No, there's no way. I mean, is this Nagito we're talking about? What did he do? You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it.
That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student and incorporated that luck into his plan. As long as he had his luck, he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan of luck?
He risked his life for that. He probably risked his life just so his ultimate luck could decide this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after? No, I don't even have to ask. I should already know what the answer is. The traitor. That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh? Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then, what he said in his video message?
It won't work with just any student handbook. If you want to disarm that bomb, you have to use the traitor student's handbook. To be honest, I found out who the traitor was after secretly monitoring everyone's activity. But I was a little annoyed that they never came forward. So he was just bluffing? That's probably true. By that point his plan should have already been in motion.
Then it's just as Nagito said at the beginning. His purpose was to weed out the traitor. If we just believed in what Nagito said, we would have reached the answer much quicker. The reason this took so damn long was it really because we didn't believe in him.
But if he just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far to make that person the killer. Damn it, we're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes will shine even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Minami, it looks like you've got something you want to say, but you better keep your mouth shut.
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you going to do? Are you guys going to believe me?
He relied on his luck to aim for a target, but he didn't even know who he was aiming for. It sounds way too unbelievable to have actually happened, but the only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck whenever we cast our votes. But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You're absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it, Jackie. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it, because they weren't created to do that.
Jackie?
What's wrong, Jackie? Get a hold of yourself. That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
Oh, just another one of my favorites is gone. Oh, I'm full of despair. It's you? Jackie, you're the traitor?
Please, hold on. You totally guessed right. Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Damn it. Why? This nonsense is... Why? Why does this make sense? Hey, Jackie, are you being serious right now? Jackie's the traitor? That is a lie, right? Surely you must be joking.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for? What does this mean? You, up till now, you've been tricking us?
We were not tricked. After all, we've been working together all this time. We've been helping each other all this time. Jackie, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying Future Foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, White, the Future Foundation isn't what you think it is.
Shut the fuck up, we're talking to Jackie.
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on, we're not satisfied yet.
If you say that you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier, Chiaki. Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, right, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself?
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that? Maybe I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
Huh?
Hey Hajime, can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them I'm the traitor.
What? What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but as expected, it's rather difficult. That's why the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way, so please.
Yeah. Looks like we've got to do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all. 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Minomi?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all. Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck! I've always been alone. I have no friends anywhere. That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Damn it. Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much. Minomi and Chiaki's relationship, proving it here. Is that the only way? Oh boy, panic talk action. Oh, we're doing the Dance Dance Revolution again. Where I just... Yeah. So Chiaki's the traitor. All my favorites are dying. Don't like it. However, they said this is the last trial, so I'm curious to know what happens. Is Junko ready to make her triumphant return, or is there a new face of despair? Or what? I don't know. I am doing very poorly at this. I'll be very quiet. I've got try hard mode engaged here. You know what? I'd like them to make a VR version of this game. I mean, I know they've got a VR, like a tech demo. Monomi's Notebook. There we go. I mean, I know they have a tech demo for this, for the first game as VR. But I think a full version of one of these games, or a brand new one, in VR would be quite cool. When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with a new Sammy logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you. I don't know. I don't know.
Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is hidden?
That's right. Since I knew something like this would happen, I made sure to bring it here today. How so sudden?
Give me that notebook. Day one, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day two, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired. Huh? What is this? Is this Monomi's diary?
Here's the traitor's identity written in here. Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know.
It took me this long, but I finally understand. No, the truth is, I might have already known the moment I found this notebook. It's just, I wanted to turn my eyes from the truth it contained. But now I clearly know. I can't help but know. First of all, this isn't Monomi's diary. Apparently she can't write. Then the one who wrote this is someone connected to Monomi, meaning it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it. If so, is this I can report that the traitor was sending to Minomi.
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Minomi?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that? Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know. The topic we discussed in that entry, it happened when we were locked inside there. The final dead room. In the notebook, there was a specific entry. Day 16. We've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on edge. Hajime tried to go in the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believes him. There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room, but the only one who knew that. If I win the life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go into that octagon place, right? That's where the exit should be. I did it. I finally did it. I finally figured out where the exit is. I can get out. With this, I can finally get out. You can't do that. You shouldn't go in there. You won't find what you're looking for. That's right. The only person who knew that is Chiaki. That's why Chiaki's the only person who could have possibly written about this. There must be some mistake. Oh, you mean, if Chiaki's the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
She's being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you'd do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
That's right, she was the first person to scan her notebook as well. It's really stupid to be fighting over something like this. And so, with an annoyed expression on her face, Chiaki walked over to the bombs without saying a word, took her handbook out of her pocket. Huh? And without hesitating, swiped the card reader. Bzzz. Looks like it was wrong. Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor's handbook. That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff. She knew? That's a mistake. That must be a mistake. Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor? Of course not. I will not believe it. I refuse to believe Chiaki is the traitor. There's just no way. I don't want to believe it either. I don't want to believe it, but then nobody will be saved. Are we still doing this? Fucking hell. Okay, I'm guessing it's Minomi's notebook. Chiaki's not the traitor. When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away? If she's the traitor, she would have been more cautious. But there's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was... no, not you, the bear, unless you know a whole lot about bombs. Sonia's account. There's no way you'd know it's a fake just by looking at it. Sonia's account, because she activated the bombs. I don't want to believe it, but I have to move forward. I have to move toward the path she's showing us. So Sonia's account, so what am I shooting here? Chiaki's not a traitor. We were trying to turn off the bomb. Didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away. She would have been more cautious. There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. Me, that's the one. That's where I shoot. Right? There we go. Hoo boy. That's not it. Sonia shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Minomi was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss Sonia?
Chiaki heard about it from Minomi. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake. Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said all that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Minomi. Christ, she's very adamant this isn't happening. Enough already. Please do not say another word. I do not want this anymore. I'm so very tired of doubting people. But you're currently doubting someone. They're admitting to it and you're doubting them. Sonia. And just because she knew the bomb was a fake, does not mean we should decide she is the traitor. Open your eyes, love. It's fairly obvious. What am I shooting at now? Oh, I have no idea. Even if the bombs are fake, that does not prove Chiaki's the traitor. Yep. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. It's not just that evidence. After all, I knew the bomb was fake. Oh, a bit weird. Knowing that it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters is who told her. What matters is that she heard about it from Minomi. There was someone other than me and Minomi who knew that the bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand. No, okay, it's not Monokuma's account. So if you declare that Monokuma and Chiaki, Minomi and Chiaki were working together. What she's saying is all over the place, but you should know, I also wish it wasn't true. I'm hoping that Chiaki says, just kidding, with the usual tone of voice, but that is just my selfish desire. Chiaki isn't wishing for that. So it's not Minomi, it's Minomi's, no, it's not a gas mask. The Academy file? Because the Academy file, Monokuma said he didn't know who the traitor was, right? Shit. No, not that one. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. Why am I being a dumbass now? Sonya's account. I'm just gonna go through these. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with this one. Nope, not that one. Sonya's account. Monokuma's account? What was his account? I can't remember what he said. No, it's not that one. Yes, yes, very nice. Yep, it's a very, yep, probably knows everything. That one. There we go. Got there in the end. Fucking hell. Ugh, got there in the end. You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either. And where did Nagito obtain that bomb he used? I wonder. If I'm going to give you guys a hint, then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes. I know that already. You should have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was going to happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relieved. That Monokuma may have just been lying. No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that. Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki? That's not it. It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, it's really okay to vote for her. That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck, right? That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in Nagito. I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki. Huh? It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us the whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little? There's nothing to be sad about, you know, because this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me. Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel. I'm sorry. Chiaki, Minomi, I'm sorry too. You're probably going to get scolded by a lot of different people for this. But still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that. It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle. Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know. I know. It's voting time, right? Hey, Jackie, you don't have to worry. Believe in me and cast your vote. God damn it!
Why did it end up like this?
Oh, that trial went on for a wee bit longer than I thought it was going to. It just kind of not dragged out a wee bit at the end there, but just seemed to keep going. Yeah, B, don't care. Quite honestly, it's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness, loneliness, sadness. But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in the person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking and believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead. Select someone. Voting time. Then the last, well, from what we've been told, the last class trial. Class trial ended. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the result. The traitor from the Future Foundation and Nagito Komeda's killer is Chiaki Nanami.
Are you serious? That was correct?
The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true.
Plus that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? An agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity? I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys. Sure. I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There's no choice but to believe it, right? I'm sorry. It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what. Because I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray? Even if you wanted to fly, you can't, right? Even if you wanted to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different than sharing your secret yourself. Haha, you're right.
Now's not the time to be laughing.
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my actions.
You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything, you're just not going to answer, right? Like if we ask why you were in the Future Foundation and stuff.
I'm sorry. Even if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us. Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this. That's why you don't need to apologise.
So the traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange? I mean, we nearly lost, right? And if Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You've raised a good point. That's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh? Congratulations! You successfully stopped Nagito's plan. I mean, Nagito's plan was to reveal the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor. Kill everyone else besides the traitor?
That was Nagito's goal? Why would he do something like that? Of all to form a plan that only the traitor would survive? Is that bastard really that twisted?
It's okay. Okay what? I mean, it's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably wouldn't have taken things so far. Chiaki, you really are a kind-hearted person. Huh? You think so? Jeez, I wonder where you got your personality from. Maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think? Our dad and our big brother. Hey, don't go talking about your family all of a sudden. That's totally ripping off Teru Teru. Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight I cannot win, I must try to retaliate. Yeah? Retaliate? I will no longer let you do as you please. Stupid! Stop it! What are you doing? As they say, we shall die together. Wait, what? She just self-destruct. She self-destructed? What's going on?
Monokuma, like, die.
I'm not dead.
Oh, a new one fucking came out.
Phew, man, that surprised me. If only I didn't have a spat, I would have died. Not yet. I'm not done yet. Hey, what? If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace. Stop it, I say. I'm sorry. I lose. Forgive me. Is this going to happen over and over again? Hey, not yet. Seriously, stop it. If you don't stop right now, it's all going to be destroyed. Of course, I'm doing it so you'll be all be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my students. I will protect them with my life. Manomi, you... Now then, how many of y'all are still there? You might as well come out now all at once. How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the power of 60. Huh? What did you say? What? 1 million. 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead, 10 to the power of 52, 10 to the power of 56, and then 10 to the power of 60. That's 10 to the 60th power. Ha! Ha ha! After all this, you're still joking around. You sure have quite the daring spirit. Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Didn't you see that scene? It's all the plushies. While you're doing this, my clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing facility. What? Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hands. They're just plushies.
You're just bluffing. Manomi, finish him off.
Even if it is just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality, it becomes a fully developed Monokuma. What did you say? There's no way that's possible. That's not even magic. Magic, huh? Could it be? Have you already obtained that much power?
Hold on. If you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be so confused. Unless you mean magic in a technological sense, we won't understand this at all.
What's going on? Don't tell me. They're not gonna call this magic or something. Well, I don't care how you interpret it. In the end, even if Minomi risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60. There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair. Does it make you dizzy from excitement? That's a lot of Monokumas. And how many Monomis are left to challenge my army of 10 to the power 60? You don't have to say anything. I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am the conqueror of the new world. I won't give up, even if I have no chance of winning. It's okay, Manomi. Huh? It's not about giving up, you know. Let's believe in them. Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them. But... Right?
Damn it, what the hell is going on?
I do not know for certain, but the only thing I can say is Monokuma is an enemy of the Future Foundation. Does that mean there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future Foundation?
We're in this situation because we're caught up in a dispute between these two organizations.
Okay, that's it. Let's just leave that talk for later. Because the punishment time is gonna start. Hold on, just a little more. Just a little more time. To wait or not to wait? That is the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, you know, right? There's no way I'd wait. But I haven't... I'm sorry, Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I can say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than I already have. Not that, Now then, I have prepared a special punishment for Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer. Ah, for Minomi too. Huh? Why even Minomi? It's just a 2-for-1 special. I could have killed that thing anytime I wanted, since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore. Also, I remember now. I'm an only child. What is that? It's okay. Even if I'm here, I'd just be a burden anyway. And not just that, I've decided to believe in everyone. You guys, I'm sorry about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end. Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone you can be proud of. Because you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love. Okay. Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. Because I know. You have very long legs. Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher. Then let's proceed with high spirits. This is the very last punishment time. So what's this? I'm guessing hers is going to be gaming related. Hit that big old button.
Game over. Chiaki has been found guilty. Time for the punishment.
You too, Minomi. What's it going to be? She doesn't look phased. Minomi does. Chiaki just doesn't seem to give a shit. What goes on? Space Invaders! I recognize that tank. They were playing Space Invaders. I am very thirsty, so I'm going to take a drink while this is going on. Still doesn't look very phased. Convenient exit. I was going to say, I can't imagine this is actually going to go anywhere. Know what's happening. So they're going to get smooth. Tetris. Space Invaders followed by Tetris. And she still doesn't look very phased. Oh, there goes Minomi. Goodbye, Chiaki. Splat. Unfazed till the end. And they're going to blow it up just as a, as a final fuck you. Okay, we're down to 5 students. Even until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I had fallen to my knees. A feeling of powerlessness spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end. Before I could ask what I needed to ask, before I could say what I needed to say, Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her, thank you. If I had said that, she would have been comforted a little. Would she have been comforted a little even? As she was executed as the traitor, would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt. Good gracious, that was such a big surprise. As for Chiaki, she regularly took on the role of pointman during the class trials, as did Nagito too. And not only was she the traitor, she was Nagito's killer too. No, well, don't worry about it. There won't be any more situations where you'll need to rely on them.
Wait, does that mean?
Now that the annoying rabbit is gone as well, all the obstacles that have been keeping us stuck on this island are completely gone.
Are you serious? Can we really leave this island?
Yup! Congratulations! With this I shall announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who have survived up until now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There's still 2 days left. If you were acting like your usual self, you would be setting things up so another killing happens right away. You're right.
Stop it, what are you saying? What if Mr. Monokuma changes his mind?
Also, you said you 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does the number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though there's still 2 days left, right? It matters that there are 5 people left.
Are you planning to make a volleyball team?
You need 6 people for volleyball.
Don't stay quiet, say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the Future Foundation, so what's your true identity? If the Future Foundation is the world ender, then I will end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh? Well, you'll just have to look forward to the rest after the countdown ends. That timer has almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation's lame plan will be nothing but toilet bubbles. And when that time comes, you'll know everything. You'll see all of your questions answered in one go. And then, you guys will find out for yourselves just how messed up this new world is. Huh? A new world? Don't go saying new shit all of a sudden. Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest. Because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives back home will be waiting for you. What is going on? Monokuma's boisterous laughter carried on for what felt like forever. Our questions, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. The laughter just kept going forever. As for what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter at all. I returned to my cottage for the time being and fell asleep. Even after I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come back. That's why. I didn't look back on everything that happened up till now. I didn't think about what was going to happen. I just kept praying that nothing else would happen, and burrowed deep into my sheets as if I were trying to hide. In doing so, I was somehow trying to endure the long day. And then, the sun finally set. The day feels abnormally long when you spend it praying that nothing happens. Which reminds me, I haven't heard Monokuma's announcement. I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really going to end? What is everything anyway? How far? How much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to end? There's still so much we don't know. About our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this and turn our back on all that? And not just that, if we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a place where my memories didn't even matter. Everything was about to end. How long's left on the big old clock? 0 days left. 8 hours and 55 minutes. Is that it? I feel like I had a fun dream, somehow. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with a somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. Right when I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I'd never felt before. A fear like I had been abandoned in this world. Completely, utterly alone. With nobody left on this island. Kazuichi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonya. Like everyone was gone and I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. What the hell's going on? Has the simulation corrupted? I think when I left the cottage, I randomly ran into her. Hey, Jackie. You're looking good for someone who's dead. Hajime, good timing. Good timing? What do you mean? Remember Nagito's video message that we found at the factory? Yeah, when we were dealing with the bomb ruckus. What about it? Apparently there was more to that message inside that laptop. Huh? We weren't able to see it until a day or so had passed. Apparently it was locked by a timer. Did he set it up so he wouldn't be able to watch it until after the class trial? Well, why would he do that? Maybe Nagito planned to leave this as a will. Nagito's will? Where is it right now? We were just planning to meet at the restaurant and watch it together. Got it. The restaurant. Okay, and on that note, I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, always keep it loud, keep it heavy. I'll see you all in the next episode.